crash or skydiving or from a shark. Everything else, yeah, or
fire. Fire, the smoke inhalation gets you first.
Evidently, that's what they say.
Yeah. Live, and then I'm gonna hit this. You can put that on there, and we're ready to go.
All right. Sound check.
Sound. Hello, welcome.
Well, why don't we check with the headphones?
Welcome to the Fuck Men Live, a dating advice show. There you go.
Fuck Men live Zoom.
We're live.
We're
folks.
live. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
That's the best. Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
losing it.
Losing it, dude.
God.
You want to talk about a guy, you want to talk about an old school winner?
That's him.
Bill O'Reilly. Like he was abusive to his production staff.
Mm-hmm.
He was misogynistic.
Mm-hmm.
He harassed women.
Yep. Brought the numbers though, didn't he?
Numbers.
I
mean, he was xenophobic. He was, probably racist.
Probably a piece of shit.
But did you hear though? He had to pay out like $25 million to some intern at Fox that he like whistled at.
Really?
This was at the height of the Me Too movement of like 2017. Yeah.
Wow.
And like, you're like $25 million. You could get maimed. You could get run over by a city bus.
And you won't get that.
And you won't get that. You'll get like $250,000.
My buddy, I have a friend who some guy fell out of the upper deck at Dodger Stadium and landed on him, and he has a limp for the rest of his life.
Oh my God!
He got $300,000, and
Right.
he bought a condo in La Jolla, so it's probably way up now because he bought that thing like 15 years ago.
Right.
But
Hey,
he got smoked like.
wow. So
smoked
what happened?
bad.
What happened to the guy who landed on him?
He was completely fine.
Oh, damn,
Just
dude.
fucking used him as the
got up and was
break
like,
to fall.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh, you go. Wow.
Go
Thank
Dodgers.
God. God on my side.
Damn, and a motherfucker just landed on him. Hey, you get it how
Smoked
you can
him.
get it, though. Master P of No Limit Records, shout out to my 90s babies. He got a settlement for like $10,000 from like, I think like a city bus running over his foot. And he used that to open his record store in the Bay Area.
Seriously?
And that became the genesis of No Limit Records. No bullshit, no
Oh
cap,
my
as the
God.
kids say. So, and that's like my channel, Johnny Mitchell, youtube.com/Johnny Mitchell. I get attacked on stage,
Yes.
and it gets 9 million views, and all of a sudden I got a career.
People keep spreading this rumor that the man that attacked you was a little person, a.k.a. a midget. Is that true? Was he a midget?
Not in fact true. He was 5'7". I'm just such a giant that he looked like a midget.
There it is.
I had my 5'6" friend come up to me at the Comedy Store, Simon Gibson. He goes, dude, that guy was so tiny. I'm like, what's crazy is he was 3 inches taller than you. I made him look like a pipsqueak.
You should wear boots, too, and get another couple inches. You should be like 6'8" on stage.
I should be like 6'8", dude.
Yeah.
I should wear fucking
lifts.
military boots. I should
Yeah.
wear like those old fucking Doc Martens with
Right.
lifts on.
With
Yeah.
actual lifts. I had a
Yeah.
buddy who would wear lifts. He was 5. Well, it's not Swolby. He's not. He's 5'3", but he was 5'3", the same size as Swolby, and he would use lifts.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about your father.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
father's a deplorable man.
Yeah, your dad is a piece of shit
Your dad
through and through.
is somewhere,
And that's because he's
hopefully in
Mexican.
prison. Yeah.
What's that? I'm just kidding.
Hopefully he's in prison.
No, he's not. He's in Mexico, dude.
God
you can
damn
you
it,
can pay
dude.
to get out of that. Which is kind of cool. I will say that is the nice thing about a corrupt country is that if you have the money to pay,
You're good.
it's like get out of jail free. It's like Monopoly.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll pay.
You got like 9 or 10 strikes. You can strike out 3 times. And you're still fine.
They're gonna say $9 or $10. That usually pays them off. Okay, so you guys a lot has happened since the first episode. A lot that we recorded a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to, first of all, thank everybody. Make sure to go follow our page, youtube.com/thefuckmen. Yeah. And then the podcast will be up on Spotify and iTunes next week sometime, as soon as I get around to it.
Let's go.
So yeah, we'll get into my personal business first. So I've been extremely horny. I've had such a heat going the past week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been masturbating furiously.
Springtime? Springtime.
It is springtime. It's something about the moon.
Yeah.
Something about the fucking air.
The flowers are blooming. There's
Yeah.
pollen in the air.
Chemtrails.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but it's causing me to, and like, it's like I'll do you go through these cycles? Like I'm at the top of a cycle.
Absolutely. I'd say spring is a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
I think like spring, a lot of people.
Yeah, like even now, like the fabric pushing against my cock it's making it sensitive.
That's nice. If you get a boner during our pod right now, I mean, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna do my best improv. I'm gonna be honest. If you just have a full-fledged boner, but go ahead.
I might be gay, but at least we'll know I can get my dick hard. You know?
Which is the important thing.
I would rather know I'm a fruitcake and get my penis hard than live the rest of my life unsure about what's wrong with my dick.
Okay, then in that case, we're good. But I was going to say, the medication you're taking, we were talking about keeps. What is it?
Finasteride.
Does that affect the penis?
I thought it was because they said, because I've been taking it since last August. It's been about 9 months, and they said that's about how long it takes to see results.
And you have, I told you today that 100% of your hair is thicker.
Totally, it's thicker, but it's also now's the time when the side effects would be kicking in. So, yeah, I mean, in many ways, I do feel like it was draining my sex drive. I had little motivation. I was certainly not waking up with a piece. I was not waking up with a hard piece. So it kind of worried me. But then I started getting better sleep, meditating more. trying to eat better. I mean, I know I've been fucking eating like a pig this morning. But with all that, so I don't know. So now I'm kind of like swinging back. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I feel the testosterone coming back. It doesn't mean that I'm getting a hard dick though. So I'm jerking off with a half hard piece. I'm not putting lotion on. I have these calloused hands from lifting weights at the gym. So it's like it's like a construction worker is giving me a hand job. It's really brutal. Yeah. And so so my dick is chafing. And then I'll finish up, and then 10 minutes later, I put on a nice new pair of like soft underwear, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to go again. Wow. Isn't that interesting?
It's interesting, but I think it's a good thing. Anytime that the sexual kind of urges are peaking, it means that, your body's physiology is working, which is important, right? Because otherwise, we got bigger problems.
So do you think, because this was a question that somebody submitted, it's like, how much masturbating is too much masturbating? What is what's the limit to it?
That's a great question. I think I'd probably jerk off more than the average guy for sure. Yeah. I'd probably have more testosterone than the average person. Also, it helps me focus. Other people say the same thing. Right. I know a lot of peak performers that are doing it a lot, but I do think that it's something that maybe you could curtail a little bit. I think there are some long-term effects, health effects. I've talked to a doctor about it.
Really?
Yeah. He says that there could be that he's been running into a lot of pain while ejaculating for men in their 40s.
No shit. Yeah. Who jerk off too much?
Who have jerked off too much, yeah.
No way.
It's not good.
So like I could quit now and it will still affect me?
Hopefully.
It's like smoking. Like even if you stop, the damage is done?
No, smoking, if you stop, you will reverse a lot of the effects. You know what I mean? If you stop. And your body can recuperate almost anything. Even like your brain function from smoking a lot of marijuana, you can recuperate some of it.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's what a doctor told me, man. And
so if I jerk
at Kaiser Permanente, there was a doctor at Kaiser Permanente. He told me this.
I don't know. That sounds like cap.
Hopefully. I mean, look, he also said something about that porn is ruining this generation, generation's ability to get hard.
Which I agree with totally. Which is probably part of the reason that I struggle to get hard is because I'm watching how the pros fuck online, and then when I'm with an amateur, aka women, I'm like, babe, you're letting me down here.
It's not because you're like, wait, is every asshole not bleached?
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second, why is it a different color than the outside?
Right.
This is weird. I can't get hard.
Yeah, I want to spit into a gaper, and you're not letting me do that.
How many hairs is too many? How many hairs is too many on the asshole?
On the asshole?
Yeah.
1.
If there's one, opinion, are you done?
I mean,
are you packing your things?
I'm packing my things. I'm telling my kid I'm going out to get a pack of smokes, and I'm never coming back.
That's it, huh?
Dude, I cannot take an asshole hair. I'd rather take one too many twat hairs than a fucking, when I'm trying to make it gape, when I'm trying to kiss the starfish.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to see that sea anemone, I just can't deal with it. And we've talked about this. I think we talked about this on the last episode. The taint. Chicks neglect to wax and trim the taint hair between the pussy and the asshole.
Well, since we're helping a mostly male audience here, what is your grooming routine for your pubic area?
I would guess a lot of our fans shave their pubes with the same razor they use to shave their face. And we've all done it, but you sick 19-year-old fucks are currently doing it.
It's fine. I understand.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely think if you're going to jerk off, avoid porn.
Try to use your imagination or your sexual Rolodex, as I like to call it.
But dude, I think we'll just get into this question because this is what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm grinding so hard making this podcast happen, my other podcast. We all are, right? You've got 8 million things going on. Mm-hmm. I have no time to date. I have no time for women. I have no time to chase pussy. I have no time to play games, right? Not to sound like a woman on a dating app in her 30s. Not here for games. Yeah, shut up, you fucking washed up sow. Anyways, but this is what this kid wrote in, and this was, hold on. This is what this kid wrote in. It related to that, to how I've been feeling.
All right, let's do it.
So this is entitled Pursuing Your Mission versus Having a Relationship. Okay. Dear Leo and Johnny, love the pod, but I need some advice. I recently graduated from college, and I have just launched my own business. Congratulations. I had my business after college.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it selling a lot of drugs?
Yeah, I did 18 months in prison. It's extremely time-consuming, and on top of that, I'm still working part-time at a different day job just to pay the bills. That's what you got to do when you first launch a business, right? I started dating my girlfriend senior year of college. We were very happy, and we were planning on moving in together. But since launching this business, I don't have as much time to see her, and when I do, I'm so exhausted, I don't want to do anything but watch TV and go to bed. Recently, she told me she needed a break, and I heard that she has been out partying, hanging out with other people, and another group of guys. I'm heartbroken, but I simply don't have the bandwidth to pursue my career and show her the attention she needs. So there you go, man. Like, how do you reconcile that? That's one of the hardest. I've never been able to answer that question fully.
That's a great point, because also a lot of the older men that I've had relationships with in my life, like
a lot of the older men you've had relationships with?
Sexual relationships that I had in my life with older men. No, a lot of the older guys that I play softball with, or like guys that I used to hang out with, in the acting world that were older kind of mentors and stuff. They all said the same thing, man, that their career took the front seat, and that they lost the one, the one of one, the one, the one that they always think about, the one that got away, per se, the one that got away.
Right.
Now, but in life, is that okay though? I mean, maybe you needed that as a motivation. Maybe you needed to lose that one in order to get to where you want to be. I mean, if you're still a loser and like at 50 and you lost the one, then I guess you just lost in life.
Right.
And maybe you should just give up.
Yeah, or move to Thailand.
Oh, yeah, because then you got another, you could just have a lot of fun with the young ladies in Thailand. But look, this is what I think is your best bet. I think you got to follow your heart. So oftentimes, I think when we look back on things, you see it through like rose-colored glasses, and you only remember the good things about relationships.
Right.
Keep tapping the table. But when you think back on your ex and you only remember the good things, you don't realize what it did for your life to leave her in the past.
Right.
So, but still, I mean, what if you did lose the one, and what if your career shouldn't have taken the front seat, But
well, do you love your career? See, here's the thing. The majority of men, and if you go read David Daida's book, The Way of the Superior Man, which I recommend to everybody listening, the majority, 80% of men, their purpose in life is to pursue their mission. Like, that's what's most important to the majority of men.
Yeah.
And conversely, the majority of women are most concerned with their relationship, right? Yeah. So this guy sounds like an entrepreneur. This kid, right, fresh out of college, and, he's launching a business. Very hard to do. But I assume that it's something you're passionate about. Right? Now, if your business was selling drugs, right? If your business was doing something that was negative or didn't fulfill you in any way other than making money, and you lost your girl, like your girl said, hey, you need to stop selling meth or I'm going to leave you, and you just ignored her, well, then you're going to learn a hard lesson, right? But if you're launching a business that fills you up spiritually and brings out the best in your skill set and what you bring to the world, you have to pursue that, or else you're never, even if you stay with your chick and make her happy, you're not feeling happy because you're neglecting this thing that's always eating at you.
You're going to resent her, yeah.
Totally, and you'll end up resenting her, and she's going to sense that down the line, and the relationship might fall apart anyways.
Yep.
So, dude, nothing in this life is free, and including being financially free, including like being one of those like 1%ers that owns their own business and owns their own future. you know?
100%.
So, I mean, look, the rappers have been saying this. We don't love them hoes. Like
Fuck
money over
bitches.
bitches.
Fuck bitches, get money, I believe is a quote.
Yeah, and that wasn't meaning having sex with bitches. It means like fuck them. Yeah. Because like, you know, you have a small window of time in your 20s where you do have a ton of energy. And the earlier you get started on shit, the better.
Yeah.
God, if I could have done it again,
truth,
I would have started comedy at 18. I would have moved to New York City and slept in a dumpster. You know what I mean? Because you have such a leg up. So look, this is the hardest. This is the age-old question. Every successful person has had to sacrifice something and probably someone.
Yeah.
You know? That's what, you know, there's a $1 billion industry around fucking R&B songs about losing people.
Frank
you know
Sinatra, I mean, he had a first wife. Does anybody know her name? Does anybody know Frank Sinatra's first wife? No, we only know the one that was the actress, Ava Gardner, but we don't remember his first wife.
We don't remember the first wife.
An Italian.
Who he killed he was driving drunk, but made it look like she fell. You know, nobody remembers that. Get your shit together, Luis.
A real thick Italian woman that was great in the kitchen. She made the best rigatoni.
Yep. And then he got some money and was like, wait, I don't have to be with a fat chick.
I don't have to be with a thick, very big-hipped Italian woman who's good with the kids and in the kitchen because I can have an actress now.
Is that true? He was married twice?
He was married.
I thought he was married to his high school sweetheart.
Yeah, and then he broke up with her, and then he married Ava Gardner. That was like the hottest chick of the time.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry that I don't.
You got to know your Frank Sinatra shit, dude. Well, as an Italian
centenarian.
Well, as an Italian, you have to. You're taught. It's like he's next. Most of his like you might hang his picture next to Jesus. You know, it's like Jesus and Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, for sure.
Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah,
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, Chris Columbo is number one, dude.
Yeah.
Because without Chris Columbo,
we ain't got nothing.
We wouldn't have discovered this fair land, dude.
We ain't got nothing without Christopher Columbus.
Let's see. So thank you for that question, dude. That's honestly, I went through that this year with my ex. Now I went through, as many of you who have been listening to my show have known for over a year, because I've been belly aching about it. I've been going back and forth with a woman who I thought was the love of my life, still probably was one of the greater loves that I've ever had. Mm-hmm. But I could not have launched the Fuck Men. I could not have probably not gone viral on YouTube.
True.
Been building up my channel, built this fucking beautiful corner studio.
It's nice.
Done all of this if I had been with her, because she was one of these women that needed so much attention.
She was a succubus.
And what's that?
A succubus?
Explain what that is.
It's like a witch. It's kind of mean.
Okay.
It's like
a suck you bitch.
A succubus. It's like
I'll suck you bitch.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. But listen, was she a good person though to you? Did she bring joy to your life? Really?
Yes. Well, but it was like crack cocaine. She brought 15 minutes of joy, followed by massive withdrawals, sweats. Night terrors, and I would suck dick to get more of it. You know?
Oh man, so heroin, yeah.
So but that's my point, is when you, dude, give it a couple of months and give everything you got to this business and jerk off a lot, and that is the beauty about jerking off, is that it helps you forget and move on quickly. You know what I mean? That's why it's such an asset, is because, you know, after you get the poison out, you can kind of refocus and recalibrate back to your mission. But just give it a few months and you'll get more and more success, and you'll see, you're like, wow, okay, our breaking up was a blessing.
Yes.
You know?
Now there is something to be said about, because I'm 35 now, and I know I've gotten to know older men and younger men and their relationships. And I've seen that the older guy that got super successful and then is looking for like a wife when he's like 50 and rich,
right?
They never seem to find happiness either.
Right.
Now, and then the young guy, what I've seen most often that works is two young people grinding at the same time and going towards the heavens.
Sure.
Which is hard to find. If you could find a girl that wants to grind with you.
Yeah. And we'll sacrifice.
Yeah, we'll sacrifice. We'll live in a ditch with you for a while.
Yeah.
Which is rare nowadays, because she could just turn around, or she could just work really hard in the gym and have some guy taking care of her. You know? Like at least in Los Angeles, it does seem like that.
Yeah, look, but this kid said he doesn't have the bandwidth. So it's all about what you have the capacity to do. I was the same way. I simply didn't have the energy to, maintain a sexual relationship, a social relationship, everything that was required about being with this particular person, and go as hard as I need to go to make this shit work. So, but it depends. Maybe you just need to find the right person. That's also another thing. Maybe he just hasn't found. Because when you find the right person, maybe then you don't have to take up as much of your energy to make her happy because she sees the potential and the beauty, and she's in it for the long haul.
Of course, like in Spider-Man, when what's her name goes, "Go get him, Tiger." When she finds out he's Spider-Man, and she goes, "Yeah, you know what? I'll be here. Just go kill those bad guys."
Well, that's Spider-Man.
I'll be right here.
Started a protein powder business.
Well, same thing. Spider-Man wasn't monetizing his superhero powers that well. You know what I mean? Spider-Man's probably the worst for monetizing the superhero stuff, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, he can swing from building to building. He could fucking,
You think girls care about things like that? You think girls care if a guy can swing from building to building?
I think they do way more than like dick size. I think if you can literally shoot shit out of your hand, and if you can beat traffic, if we can get to Orange County in 15 minutes just from bouncing building to building,
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think girls do care about that.
I could see that.
So this kid's no Spider-Man, dude.
All right.
But anyway, so my ex called me last week, which is an interesting. I know we're not going to get into your personal stuff unless you want
to. Next time. We'll see where that goes. We'll see that it's so fresh. We'll see where it goes. But.
Oh,
you hit that?
You want to hit that for me, buddy?
Luis, yeah.
So there you go. We had the no contact rule, right? For how many months? 90 days, 3 months.
And it worked.
No contact, and it worked. My ex, who had gone back and forth between me and her ex for a full year and a half. It was like, dude, you know what it was like? It was like we were sharing custody of a child. That's like me and this woman's ex, who I know, brutally awkward, right? Like,
you see him sometimes?
Yeah, I see him. Like, this is... That's why we say do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah, do as we say, not as we do.
Don't do as I did. Don't do as I did.
This is the main thing you have to remember about this pod. Do as we say, not as we do.
Not as we do.
All right.
That was actually the backup title. If the fuck man was already taken as a copyright, as a property, as an intellectual property. But look, I went. So when I found out she was back with her ex at the beginning of the year, I was heartbroken. I was pissed off. Because I felt betrayed because she had ran this whole fucking drag on me about how I don't want to be with you or him. I need to move on, blah, 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 blah. And so I swallowed my pride. I got down to the grind and I gave it time. And lo and behold, she called me, Of
course. So
now I messed up because I started flirting with her by the end of the conversation.
God damn it. How'd that go? Was it like, how's your little asshole doing?
Yeah, I'm like, what, that hair? How's that hairy little butthole? How's that hairy little butthole? You taking care of it yet?
Oh God. Have you heard of a Brazilian wax, baby?
Yeah,
Can I
Jesus
pay for one?
Christ. Yeah. So you wonder why you ain't got no man.
Seriously.
But no. So the beginning of the conversation was like I really like laid into her. I was like, this was some fucked up shit. It was disrespectful on a professional level, on a personal level. I said whatever I needed to say to get closure.
Yeah.
Got her to apologize and acknowledge, right? And that should have been the end of it. That should have been, because the idea is to recognize your patterns.
Right.
And I know that I want out of this cycle.
Right.
But goddamn, then she was like, I want to FaceTime you. Don't, and see, like she's just digging her hooks in again.
Yeah.
She's digging her hooks in.
Very smart. Women are smart, by the way.
Yeah. They're smart, and they're smart,
manipulating
and they're so
men.
dumb sometimes.
And they're very dumb. But no, they're smart at manipulating men, I think.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Some of them, most of them.
Well, it's nature. It's nature.
Yeah.
Like that's what biologically they're programmed to do.
How do you think Luis gets manipulated by the women in the hood?
They put a donut on the end of a fishing line. a fishing line, and they just throw it out into the middle of the projects and just wait. And then they're, oh, I got a bite. I got a bite. I got a bite. I got a bite.
God, dude.
So they're like, damn, it's a big one.
Oh my
You
God.
just see Louise just dangling like
Ah,
Chris
she got
from
me.
Family Guy.
She got me for fucking
She got me
shit.
fool. Oh shit, the fucking jelly donut trick again,
Fucking got me again.
Fuck, dude,
fuck.
that powder.
I gotta
He's
be with this
licking
bitch
his
for a while.
powdered sugar, even though he's hooked by the end of his lip.
I love you.
So
You're a good man, Lee.
So I just trash him. He knows we're kidding.
He's the man.
But anyway, so I accept her FaceTime. And yeah, god damn it, she's so cute. And by the end, I'm fucking flirting with her.
She's got nice eyes, yeah. It's a pretty girl.
Don't do that. I should have kept it totally professional.
It's tough. I mean, look, I in my own life, you will fall in love, and then you will be in these holes of heartache for a while. But if you use the heartache like you did,
Yeah.
you can level up in life through each heartbreak. And
Yes.
this is literally
Yes.
said in one of the best self-help books in the history of the world so far. Think and Grow Rich has a chapter on how to use your heartbreak, and boy, is that true. And I have a lot of my fans when they hit me up about breakups. It's the best time to get in shape, do things that you want to do,
Yes.
do different things,
Yes.
take classes,
That's right.
expand your horizons. It's the best time.
Yeah.
So when you are going through that heartbreak like Johnny did, Johnny was starting to, he just grinded, man. You were doing sets upon sets at a high level, filming them, and that's why you had some YouTube success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can attribute that to your heartbreak in some ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And And the other thing, I guess let's talk about that. How to move on from a breakup, because that was a question we got last week.
It was, yeah.
You don't. Yes, you do want to have that motivate you, but at the very beginning, say you've been with a girl for like 2 years and she, whatever, like Luis, he was dating a hood rat. And by dating a hood rat, I mean,
She was a prostitute.
They got together, they got McDonald's late night. Yeah, she was a prostitute.
She was a prostitute. She usually
sucked dick for a 12-piece.
All right.
Luis said, "Bitch, go get my money," and she brought him back, a bunch of fucking, I don't know, pesos.
And he was down.
Yeah. So they really bonded together at the fucking the welfare office, dude.
Oh God. Damn it.
So.
Allie has to sign him up.
She helped me. Do I miss her? She helped me fill out my EBT form.
Man, I can't do it without her. And shit,
I can't do it without her. She helped me lie and say we had kids on our tax returns.
Shit, man, I got so many tax breaks because of that bitch. Oh,
But just say you're with a woman, whatever, and however it ends, you need to give yourself time to just feel like shit.
that's okay. Yeah,
That's okay, dude. It's okay to feel fucking heartbroken.
But I want to tell you
know?
a horror story about a breakup real quick. So my buddy, to remain nameless, he's an older mentor of mine. He played professional baseball and he was on a soap opera for 7 years. Kind of a legend and good-looking guy. He was with this girl who was really beautiful.
Derek Jeter.
I wish. No, this is a man I know personally. So he was with this chick that he really loved. She booked a sitcom in Hawaii. She goes to film it. She starts fucking a guy there. They were engaged.
Oh, man.
Starts fucking a guy there,
Oh,
stays in Hawaii. He was in his room for an entire week, didn't leave. His friends would bring him food and shit, and he never really recuperated. Now he has to pay a dominatrix in downtown to spank his nuts. That's how he gets off. He gets his nuts spanked and stepped on with like heels, and like he gets dom now.
Leo,
I'm pretty sure he
this
gets
is a
pegged.
self-help podcast.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just
is-
saying. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Just know
Right,
that there's always going to be somebody else. There's so many people in this world.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I mean, but that's when you go through the storm, that is when you're gonna get tested as a person. That's gonna reveal who you really are. If you're able, like, I'm stronger than I thought. Like I don't give myself enough credit. Like I went through this shit alone, the breakup alone, the betrayal alone. And dude, I'm like a different man practically 6 months later. Like I'm Teflon. You know what I mean? I'm focused. I am jerking off too much. My piece doesn't work, but mentally I'm sharp. I feel great. I'm in the pocket.
If she wanted to come over and blow you right now, though, are you weak?
If she wanted to come over and blow me, I would fuck her face so brutally, and I would stream it. I wouldn't even make you people pay for it. I wouldn't even make you people pay for it. I would not put it behind the paywall. I would text it to you and tell you, please, if Twitter is allowing porn again, since the great Elon Musk bought it, please stream it.
My God.
With a picture of her face cropped onto the front. Don't let that happen.
No,
Don't let. I mean, look, that is a horrible thing. Truly.
It's happened it happens to great men though.
But dude, it's like to me, you chose wrong.
He chose, he did. Yeah.
You chose wrong. Like my ex would never have done that. You know what I mean? Like she acted up in other ways, but she would never pull that kind of like low class. To me, that's low class, dude. Like it's a very like ghetto trash kind of thing to, you know, start fucking some dude in Hawaii and then leave your fiance. Like that's a very short-sighted, and she probably wants him back. I guarantee you.
She tried to get him back. But at least he didn't get back together with her.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. I like it. You can never trust somebody like that again.
Then he was just destroyed forever.
Look, if she wants you back, that means you shouldn't be destroyed. Because at least she wanted you back.
Yeah.
And you just chose wrong. See, that's a man, he needs to just admit.
It's a gift.
It's a gift, but he needs to be able to admit, hey, I made a mistake. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times you regret, you're so heartbroken in your breakup because you're mad at yourself. Like you're like, I made the mistake. I either chose wrong or I did this thing wrong. Mm-hmm. You got to learn to embrace your mistakes. Yeah. How much have we fuckked up?
I mean, a million times.
Almost exclusively.
We've only messed up.
We've only messed up.
Basically, every particular portion of our lives, from dating all the way down. But
and that's made us who we are. yes, and that's defined.
A couple of mid-30s. Fucking strapping, handsome, tall men.
We're doing great, dude. We're doing great, but that's because we had to mess up so much. So my point is, when you go through a breakup, let it hurt for 60, 90 days.
I don't mind that. I think that, you could let it hurt. You could let it hurt as long as you want, but you have to use the pain. Otherwise,
no, 100%. I'm saying when like when I first went through my breakup, I was working like an animal out of like trying to get back at her. Like I'm going to get so successful. I'm going to show you. That's not healthy.
No, it's also
like you need to find a balance. Like you need to just it's like a hangover. Just, you got to nurse the hangover for a little bit, keep moving forward. But it's okay to feel rot at the beginning, but you don't want to be working in revenge mode because that's out of anger.
Yes.
And hate. That's not good. Operating out of love is what's going to heal the world, and it's what's going to make you successful. So you need to push on with love. But the way you do that is, you need to take a good month or two minimum to just like let it process, let the poison move through you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then find the motivation. Read books. Read fucking Think and Grow Rich, right? Listen to this podcast. Like, every dude goes through it, and women go through it too.
Of course,
we got to do some shit to get the broads off it.
Eventually, we will.
We're gonna get the women on here. Okay, so we have another question. This is from a real dummy.
Okay.
So please, you guys, send questions into us. Use punctuation. Don't use fucking ghetto slang. Oh, you know what I mean? Unless you are, if you truly don't know how to write, I guess just do your best. But like, this is not a stupid ass podcast. You know what I mean? Like, write with some real shit, All
right, how bad is this?
You fucking morons.
How bad is this?
You want to read it?
I'll read it.
See if you can decipher this fucking gobbledygook.
All right. I got a question for the Fuck Men pod. I'm 19, 6'2", and skinny, but I'm currently hitting the gym 5 days a week, getting jacked.
Good for you, buddy.
This is a run. He doesn't have one period in this entire thing. All right.
One fucking period, one comma.
I'm 6'2" and skinny, but I'm currently hitting the gym 5 days a week.
Hey, maybe hit the gym 3 days a week and go to school the other 4.
Getting jacked. There's this girl I went to my freshman year of high school with, who I was fairly close with, but I was with a different girl at the time, so nothing ever escalated. Escalated, good word. She still comments on all of my Insta posts.
Okay.
Obviously showing interest, but when I slide in the DMs, everything's going great for a while, maybe a week. Then she just ghosts me every time. How should I go about keeping her attention and setting up a meetup?
Boom. Okay.
I should also preface I strike up a normal people conversation and not like a "Hey baby, don't me up" intro like my boy Leo.
I was hoping you wouldn't read that last part.
Fuck you, dude. I don't do "Hey baby, don't me up." That was a joke. But I mean, yes, I've yelled that out of cars because it's funny. Hey baby, don't me up.
Okay, so this is, I don't know. You want to tackle this one? So basically, he's known this chick for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. They're kids.
Clearly, yeah.
This is of such little import, but I guess for young men, they want to just know how to get laid, right?
So look, in the new generation, there is this thing where they kind of live online a lot. So a girl could have a crush on you and kind of spend a lot of time getting to know you over the internet because it's safe.
Right.
She doesn't have to have a real conversation with you in person. And even if she is in person, she's probably going to be stoned out of her mind on a weed pen.
Yeah.
So how do you get her to go outside and enjoy the world?
Right.
I think you present a very low-key first meetup, which I always was about. Well, back in the day, it was, hey, let's meet up for coffee, right? So if you're like a 19-year-old, maybe coffee's not the right call because you guys don't even fucking drink coffee anymore. But I've been presenting this to a couple of my fans, and they've been saying it's very, very helpful. It's been effective. And this is like, let's go get some ice cream or yogurt, right? So you meet somewhere and you go, hey, I got like you put a time limit on it,
right?
Like a hey, I got an hour, on Monday night. Like at 9 before I have to go to my, jujitsu class or whatever the fuck. Make up an excuse. Mm-hmm. Be like, you want to go and get ice cream right by your place. That's another thing that I do. I like to be like, oh, where do you live? In Burbank? Oh, I know this great ice cream joint right by you.
Yep.
You want to meet up? So then now it's like, she's like, I don't have to commute far.
Yeah.
And have it be fucking with my thoughts the whole time. I can just meet you for an hour. And if it's weird or whatever, I'm done. So I can live in my anxiety where I love to live on the internet, you know what I mean? But like I can get out of that for a second and go into the real world because it's only an hour and it's right by my place.
Right.
So I think that is an effective way to kind of get the modern day woman that's living online a lot. I mean, you like my old roommate Jacob was on, his phone like 11, 12 hours a day. Pretty much at the moment he woke up, he was on it until he went to sleep. I'm on it like 6 hours a day, so it's bad too.
Yeah.
But, but I do see that the younger generation is just even on it even more. So those girls, I think you got to make it as simple as possible. There's an ice cream joint by your place. I have an hour. If they don't do that, then you're probably not in the game. But you can also try that a few times. You might say no twice. She's still commenting on your shit. The third time, she might actually meet up for ice cream. So do that. And if she likes coffee, which there are, some young girls do like coffee nowadays too, hit her up with the coffee for the hour talk. Same thing. Don't go there. Go there sober. Maybe you need to smoke weed because you're a fucking jerk off. Go ahead and smoke weed if you need to because she might be high. If she's high, I don't know what you guys are doing. But either way, go there and just have a conversation. Ask her a couple of questions. Make eye contact. Smile. Give her a compliment. Not like, you have nice titties. Something more like, hey, you have a beautiful smile. You have nice eyes. Wow, you have such a great posture. What were you? A dancer?
So let's unpack this.
Yeah.
We'll get to how to act on a date in a second. But I like that strategy because, dude, I'm 36, and I get women in their 30s now who do the same shit, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they'll flirt with me over DMs, right? They'll comment on my posts. They'll watch my Instagram stories. It's not just the kids anymore. Like, it's everybody. Yeah. They play these coy games. Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound like this is a chick who sounds like you like her and you're attracted to her. It sounds like you kind of just want to smash and go from there. Great. That's perfect.
Sure.
Keep it like that. Definitely play it cool. Let her come to you. Let her chase you. This is another thing. You need to let women, you need to figure out how to get them to chase you. So I think that involves, getting back to her on your time. Right. And you're right. When she least expect it, drop her with, hey, are you available tonight to grab some ice cream? Are you available tonight to get some coffee? Hey, I'm going to this party. Be cool if you came along.
Yeah, parties
are
great.
Good too.
Parties
a
are
house
great.
party is good because it's there's other people there. It's low pressure.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's good to drink. Like when you're that young, like it's good to break the ice with, use your fake to go buy a couple of fucking Mickey's 40s at 7-Eleven or something like that.
A party's a great place to invite a chick. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you're not okay. So again,
but she might fuck a guy that looks like me at that party, and then you could be very upset. So the ice cream is a little bit more
actually you.
Yeah, or it could just be me because I might actually just be at that party.
Yeah.
You know
invite us to your parties, and we will fuck your bitch.
Yes. But point of the story is the ice cream might be a little safer. It's just you and her.
But you suss it out, but you don't go out of your way to. You need to bring her onto your turf, onto your time.
Yeah.
Keep working out though. You're a skinny guy like me. Dude, if I had been working out at 19, things would be. I mean, who knows how different my life would have gone.
Dude, my pops. I have to give him a lot of credit for straight up telling me this one time. He goes, if you work out and you're in good shape, you have a nice body, you're going to get like a certain percentage of the women interested in you already, right? Just a nice body, right? Because look, you think about it. If you see a girl at the gym, she's got the fucking face of a goddamn burro.
Yeah.
But she's got a phenomenal body, small waist, big booty, perky, works it out, does sprints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
she's sweating and you can see her camel toe and kind of the... Yeah,
that's always nice. If you see that, you're not gonna give a fuck that she's got the face of a burro. So if you as a male have the face of a burro, get fucking shredded. It's gonna help you.
And if she does have the face of a donkey, you give her the donkey punch, dude.
Oh, there we go. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's
donkey
really
punch
nice.
is when. Well, anyways, go watch Amy Schumer's special, that hack. She explains what a donkey punch is. It's when you're taking a girl from behind and you punch her in the back of the head and she, as you pull her hair, and evidently it's supposed to make her kind of, what do donkeys do? Wail? It's supposed to make her wail like a burro, a donkey.
There it is.
So yeah, but that's really the key there is don't ask like Coach Corey Wayne, this fucking pedophile. And you can run and tell him that Johnny Mitchell of the Fuck Men podcast is the new sheriff in town. That fucking don't listen to these other dating coaches. You know what Corey Wayne says? He literally says verbatim, tell women, hey, are you available? Are you available for a date? Like, what are you working HR? You fucking dork. Yeah. If you asked a hot 19-year-old, hi, are you available? Like, that it's weird.
You might as well. You have a better chance by just saying, "Hey, Jennifer, fuck you." She'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Why are you saying that?
Like,
wait. Where are you going?
Are you available? Yeah. What are you like? You're not meeting up for a job interview. I don't. So I don't agree.
You have
with
a better
that.
chance just insulting her.
So I think like if you got a house party to go to, or if you know where she lives, and just show up at her house.
Show up at her house. Knock on the door. Knock on the old door.
If you've got a moment where you see that this is your opportunity, then you say, hey, you should come along, or hey, it'd be cool if hey, it'd be cool. Hey, like I got a little bit of time before my my AA meeting. Like we should meet up for some coffee.
I have a good one too.
Should.
I have to shop for Mother's Day for my mom. I'm going to go to the mall. You want to come and help me pick out some for my mom? That's an easy one.
Hey, I'm going to visit my mother at the women's prison. She's in there for identity theft. So I'm taking this heroin and I'm boiling it down and putting it onto a card. I would love if we could, you help me pick out the card.
Pick out the card.
Yeah. So I think, but I think too, kind of in sales, because you've worked in sales
many years.
I think the soft sell, but assuming the sale, like, hey, you should come through. We should meet up.
Let's meet up.
Or let's meet up, right? But in a very like non-threatening, like you kind of use those pejoratives, right? Mm-hmm. Would be cool if, or heard the house party's gonna be dope, or lit, or whatever the kid fat.
It's gonna be real fat, pH fat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real fat. It's gonna be a real ill house party. Come through if you have some time, right? Like you use commands.
Yeah.
That's so I don't know. I just think asking if you're available to meet up for a date, just sounds so robotic and stupid. It's just very weird.
Stuff. And then at the house party could be good too because she could bring a friend and you guys could do a group thing the first time too. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so good luck with that. We appreciate it. Cool. How's the chat doing? We got anything relevant in there?
Yeah, somebody said, "Yo, big black horsecock." Thank you.
People
appreciate that.
Nice.
Manscaped, huh?
Oh, that's what people groom with.
What was Cal State Stanislaus like?
Johnny, where do we submit questions? Thank you, Father Gaines. You know what? If my producer would simply, I don't know what my producer's doing right now. Oh, he's trying to find an outlet. So right into, if you put in, see, this would be the thing, producer, where you would pin a comment to let them know where they can write their questions in. The email address is the FMen. So the word THE Men Podcast, the FMen Podcast at gmail.com.
There it is.
That's where you submit the questions. We will read every single question written into us.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We might at some point you could submit a video too, and then we could play
absolutely.
the video.
Absolutely. Yes.
Hi, my name is Steve from Nebraska.
If you want to submit a video, we will actually, and you give us permission, we will play the video on the show.
On the pod.
Yeah.
Also, if you're a young man, and Johnny, you're a college boy like me, what do you think? I mean, just everybody gets pussy in college. Like, why don't you go to college if you're a young man?
Oh, absolutely. That's almost the entire point of going to college.
If it's not the point, I don't really understand what college is for, because
if you're gonna get into debt that you're not going to be able to pay off for a long time.
Unless they go to a state school, Johnny. Well, I mean, come on.
I mean,
Cal State Stanislaus was $3,200.
Yeah, back in 1997
it's
when we were
it's
there.
Like $3,700 now.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Cal State.
And I went in 2009. Cal State Stanislaus. It was the second cheapest school in California.
Yeah, because nobody's heard of that, and there's no pussy there.
Cal State Northridge. No, there was a ton of pussy. It was 78% women. John, you don't think it's some 19 to 21-year-olds going to be hot?
They had good pussy there.
It was about 10,000 kids. About 7,000 were chicks. There's going to be 7,000 girls between the age of 19 to 22. They're going
Look, that's true. You should probably go to college. It will ultimately help the majority of you are going to want to go to college because you're not going to know what you want to do with your life until your mid-20s. So you should go to college to get a well-rounded education, learn how to get socialized, and get pussy. Yes. Now, I wouldn't recommend getting pussy and selling a ton of drugs.
No.
Like what I did in college.
But you got some good stories.
You're going to make your own mistakes, though.
You got a book. Yeah, I mean, what these kids are doing now, I've seen, kids are inhaling vapes like they're fucking whippets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kids are sniffing farts now. I do a bit about
that
it.
Too.
There's women that are men that are buying up farts off of the internet from Instagram models and shit.
I know, that's nuts.
It's like, well, but my thing is, if you're going to sniff a fart, buy my fart.
Right.
Why you need it to be a fart from some hot chick?
Well, yeah, I think it's a sexual thing, Johnny. I think they're jerking off.
Dude, we should get sponsored by an Instagram model, but we'll
sell her farts.
No. We just use her for the branding. We say they're her farts, but they're our farts.
They're going to smell better. Ours are going to be a little bit more...
No, ours are going to smell better because a bitch that just eats vegetables, those are actually rancid farts.
It's true, because she's got a lot of fiber in her diet.
Yeah.
I have a good amount of fiber in my diet, I'd say. But I do have some shit in my diet. I had donuts this morning. What did I have last night? I had nachos with carnitas and a burger.
Dude, I'm a fucking pig.
It was a cheat day.
This has been a cheat weekend. I had a piece of pizza, and then I immediately went next door and got a plant-based burger and fries and tater tots and a shake.
Wow.
No, I was down. I was in Culver City.
How was the plant-based burger?
It was good.
Yeah?
It's good. Let's see.
I mean, so Cal State Stanislaus was a good time. Somebody asked about that.
Do you really think we should be giving these porcupines guns?
Do you think we should be giving these porcupines guns? I don't understand what that means, Westinian.
Yeah, we need to break out. We're going to grow this show and get some smart, affluent people involved.
Well, what about my Instagram's going on? What's going on my Instagram? Probably deplorable stuff. Honestly, I could be just deleted. My Instagram could be just gone by now. Anything good?
No, just some comments about you.
Just more horse shit.
Yeah.
More shit talking.
I thought you were trying not to be a fuckboy anymore.
Who said that? You can't try not to be. You're just born one, and then you are one.
That's kind of like alcoholism.
It is.
It's kind of like alcoholism, or you're born a crack baby.
Yeah.
So you'll never not be a crack baby, but what you can do is manage it.
You can manage it. Now, what is the, how long have we been going?
46.
Nice.
That's it? All right. Let's get to another question.
Let's get to another question. Unless you guys got a question over here. Yeah, these guys, Father Gaines, he knows me well. Leo purged after that burger. There's been at least 5 times in my life that I've eaten like the Romans, and then I threw up like the Romans. You've never done that? Because it is quite effective.
Just eat till you throw up?
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
You? Couldn't do it? Dude, my roommate cannot throw up no matter how much he drinks, no matter anything. Isn't that terrible?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That shit cleans you out.
That's the best.
But no, I haven't. I haven't eaten. The only time I've thrown up after eating is then like going like blackout drinking. You know what I mean? I can't. My stomach's too small. Like I can't. I'm too skinny. You know what I mean? I can't purge like that. Okay, so we'll get to another. Oh, this is a piece of this was pissing me off. This is very important, dude.
Oh, let's hit it.
I posted something about, on my TikTok or whatever, my Instagram this week. It was a joke, right? But it was an observation. It was like the way we why do we celebrate fat women, but we don't celebrate short men? And it's getting all kinds of fucking, right. It's getting all kinds of fucking comments and shit. But what I see from young men, I assume they're young men, or just people in general, in the comments is, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Women have all the power anyways. And and it made me so mad. But that is what the majority of people think. They think women have all the options and men are powerless. And yes, women are the ones who drive society. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Well,
that's only true if you give them that kind of power. Yeah. Men are the prize, in my opinion. Men are the prize.
We build everything. We do all the tough jobs. If you talk to Jordan Peterson, or you listen to Jordan Peterson, because I can't have him on a podcast yet, but he talks about how it's necessary for men to be men, and men to be strong-willed. And look, equality is what we're striving for. We're not striving for anything else. Like we don't need women to be more powerful than us, because that's going to hurt our society, and we don't need men to be too powerful. We're just demeaning women like in the 60s and shit or before.
Right.
So we are searching for true equality, which means, there's going to be give and take, though, because we're very different. I don't think women are going to want to be underwater welders and stuff like that.
But when it comes to dating, Leo, men, like just the overwhelming majority of men really feel powerless, and they believe that women are the ones that have all the control, that they're helpless. They have to just accept whatever the person that they're interested in or dating wants. It's like, it's such a cuck. It really is a sign of the times, though. It's the diminishing masculinity of the Western society. Yeah. And it's like, we got to get out of that mindset, dude. We got to get out of that mindset.
The way that I think a lot of men fall into that trap where they think that women have all the power is when they're not working on themselves and they're not striving to be in it. Because we all know there's guys out there that can have their pick of the litter and even mess up a little bit, and sometimes, for example, are unfaithful and stuff like that. Like, look at Ronaldo, for example. You think he's faithful to his chick? Man, probably not. We know Conor McGregor is not faithful to his girl. But
I mean, look, a vending machine salesman cheats on his wife too. So this is you don't have to bring up superstars. Of course, they can fuck whoever they want. And a lot of superstars and great men have only been with one woman forever. So I don't think that actually has anything to do with kind of this warped mindset about women having all the power. I think men that's a fear-driven mentality.
Brought on by what?
Women brought on by not wanting to be alone. Because ultimately, if you're with a chick and you're firm in your masculinity and you're leading the way that women want, the way that feminine women want masculine men to behave as leaders, you're going to have to go through some chicks that are just either that just are not mature, not ladylike,
verbally abusive.
Yes, damaged, toxic,
evil.
Because they're not going to put up a good woman. A toxic woman doesn't want a masculine man who's secure in himself because they can't control him.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So a healthy woman wants that. So, but men do not want to be alone, and so they're scared to stick up for themselves.
And again, I think that still comes back to not working on yourself. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't you seen a lot of the men that kind of get cucked out a little bit by chicks? Girls that I have friends that girls have cheated on them vigorously, and then they've gotten back together and things like that.
Right.
And every time these men really believed that was the last and best option they ever had. And that only happens.
Will Smith. I mean,
Will Smith is an idiot,
dude.
Obviously. He doesn't think that he can do better than Jada, clearly.
Crazy.
It's nuts.
Crazy.
But the truth is, if you continue being in a mindset where you're like, I'm growing in life, and I will have abundance. If you know that, there will be not only a better chick, she's going to be hotter and sweeter, and then you might fuck that up because you're a jerk off like me. But every single time in my life, I think you can only go up if you truly believe in yourself. The next girl is going to be better than the girl that broke your heart.
Yeah.
And that's if you're growing, if you're in the right mindset, that is a guarantee.
Yeah, it really is. If you have the abundance mentality, I swear to you, and you just figured out how to manipulate that energy, you're just going to see your world grow and grow and grow. And in comedy, sometimes I think I'm never going to write another bit, and then a bit stops working that I thought was so good, and it truly will depress me. Because I think, I'm never gonna be able to write that good again. And what am I supposed to do? And dude, you just open your mind up and you write something else that kills way harder. It's the same shit, dude. But yes, men, it's a fear-driven mentality. But when you realize, hey, I don't need pussy, it's taking importance off of sex. That's for young men who are so angstful because they want to fuck. Dude, if you can overcome the power of your animalism at a young age, oh my God. You imagine if we could have controlled ourselves at 2021?
Oh my God, it'd be incredible. But if you think back to your friend group, for example, every single guy when you're that age, Luis's age, for example, at some point, like a girl just takes them, right? Like you never see them again.
Right.
Like, he's with Jennifer now. He's wifed up. Like you'll never see that guy again. He's not going to be at softball. He's not going to be, we're never going to see him out with us again because that's what happens in relationships nowadays. Because that guy truly believes that he has to cater to the woman because he's not going to get another girl like that ever again because he doesn't believe in himself.
Yeah. This is a friend of mine. And he is a short guy, and I understand that he's a tiny little guy.
I'll say before you say anything though, the shortest guys I've known some of the top ladies men ever.
Oh, 100%.
They're short guys.
100% because they have to. They have to.
True,
and this guy's hung like a fucking Shire horse. He's got a big cock. He's a longshoreman. He makes a lot of money.
My God.
But he's always let girlfriends push him around, and that's why he gets crazy, toxic, good looking, but truly like women that bully him and treat him like a lapdog because they see that coming a mile away. Women sense men that they can use.
Yeah,
they do.
One of my best friends, he's with a girl from Peru right now that doesn't have her papers.
Oh, wow.
And is really trying to
Sounds
get
like
him to
it's
marry
love.
her.
Sounds
Yeah,
like it's love.
it's love. It's love. He met her on a fucking app called Lux, Luxe.
You told me about this
where you
guy.
have to upload your bank statement in order to get on this app. Only the men, by the way, have to upload their bank statement. Shout out
tell
Lux.
that Peruvian
cunt
twat
Yeah.
that I want my man. I want 30 stacks.
And he'll marry her.
Yeah. I want 30 fucking cash though. I'm not paying
Right.
tax on that shit.
Yeah, no.
You fucking whore. You know
Give
what
me
though?
cash.
If you've been to the Peruvian highlands, you'd want to marry rich too. Have you had to ride a donkey up and down the Andean mountains just to get just to
Machu
fetch your
Picchu?
water every morning? You'd want to marry. So let's go a little easy on her.
Nice.
But yeah, my buddy's getting led around like for a decade. If you don't change these patterns, young men, you will be in your 30s letting a woman cripple you and destroy your life.
True.
She moved to Europe recently. My buddy's girlfriend has avoided talking about like, hey, how are we going to make this work? Are we still together? And he doesn't force her to confront any of these things, right? And so she's in Europe right now getting fucked, obviously.
God damn it, dude.
And he is like drinking himself to death.
Wow.
He's so and it's because he's never dealt with the pain. Yes, so he's deteriorating. And partly it's because he hasn't changed his habits, his patterns. How you change these things that you know are unhealthy for you is by repetition. Success is just repetitive good behavior, right? That's what like the life
100%.
coaches say.
Everyone's
so you need to just change your patterns and what you're doing. And that can only come from will.
Yep.
That can only come from the force of habit. So obviously the younger that you develop good habits, mentally first and then physically, the better off you'll be when you're in your 30s.
And both of us, obviously there was some good habits that we developed, but
sure.
But there's not as many as we needed to develop in order to really be where we wanted to be.
Absolutely.
At our age. So don't make the same mistake we did.
No, and keep, like it's hard to unlearn behavior at this age.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
So it's just, but yeah, you need to just change your patterns, change your behavior. But everybody grows up. If you don't grow up, there are some people that don't grow up, but you're growing up
slowly.
You're growing up, and only the retarded and the criminal get to it, like are in their 50s and don't change. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing when you think about the darkness that your life can devolve into. You know what I mean?
I mean, you see it all around you. I mean, you'll see single 50-year-old dudes that have their local watering hole that they go to 4 days a week.
Right.
They delve into sports often. They become super fans of sports because that's kind of like an escape. They start gambling. Yeah. I know so many older single men that are gamblers because that's kind of the dopamine. It's
totally.
It's the same kind of rush. It's a drug.
Yeah.
I have so many get into gambling. It's nuts.
Wow, that's fascinating. And they don't date or they're divorced?
They don't date nothing. No, all they care about is gambling. Yeah, because that's their sex. That's everything for them. I know two off the top of my head, 160, 150. They're just literally
that's the highest rate of suicide is not the sex alcoholism, it's gambling addiction.
Wow.
Because it's such a it's something that people are, because it ruins your life.
Right.
Like it could ruin your family's life.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's not just like alcoholism. It's like, oh, I just bet my kid's college tuition on the horses.
Right.
So how am I supposed to go to him? You know what I mean?
Even if they win, it doesn't matter because they start gambling again.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But that happens.
Yeah. No, totally.
Do you guys like getting your eyebrows waxed? I mean, I pluck them like once a month. I wouldn't say there waxed. And Johnny, what do you pluck them? Pluck the eyebrows? Not even. They're just good. We got good eyebrows naturally. But
yeah, you got to play to your strengths, man. I see a lot of people like in the comments like, "Oh, how are two good-looking guys supposed to give us advice?" You know what I mean?
I know.
But it's like here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why? That's a good question. I'm stumped.
I mean. Well,
because looks only take you so far.
Well, I was saying like any man could be pretty attractive. I mean,
it's really true.
You could just get jacked, man. If you get in really good shape, you're going to be attracted to a certain amount of women. Then say you dress well. Then let's say if you have good hygiene, then
and
maybe maybe you make money. You're a Renaissance man. You know a lot. You're well educated. You can talk to girls.
Yeah.
There's a million ways to be attractive. I mean, do you think Jason Statham? Like, I know that he's big time and he's a superstar, but the guy doesn't have eyebrows and he's bald.
Right.
That's just the truth.
Right.
If Jason Statham worked at a gas station, he probably would still get some pussy because he was jacked, but not nearly as much as he gets now.
Debit card or credit card?
He would actually get so much pussy at a gas
35 station. 35 on 2? Okay.
That's actually a really good impression.
But here's the thing. If you're less handsome than us, if you're shorter than us, that means you got to develop yourself. That means you're going to be forced to develop good habits at a young age. The shit that we didn't really have to do. I would have loved to have been in Luis's position, a.k.a. fucked at 21. Kidding, Luis.
You're such an asshole.
I would have loved to have had more resistance. Because resistance, it's like when you're hitting the bag, dude.
Yeah.
That's what builds, like, even if I was poorer, you know, like even if I had come up and had to struggle, like I didn't have my parents' money to fall back on, right? I would have been way more focused. I would have been way more driven. I would have had to think about what I wanted to do with my life and who I was at a much younger age.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it would have helped me in show business.
100%.
You know, like you see guys like Judd Apatow, right? Like people think he came from money. He really didn't. He came from like a fucked up, divorced, you know, like working class Jewish family. Like his mom was a waitress at a comedy club. Like, so at 17 years old, he's like, I love comedy. How am I going to turn it into a career? I need to be able to take care of myself. And he moved out to Hollywood. You know, like if you have it too good, right? Like us.
That's why we've been lazy.
Then it kind of, it makes you fuck off a little.
And the
too
point
much.
of this podcast is to do as we say, not as we do. And I think that we know where we messed up.
Yeah,
where
we do for sure.
Things could have went differently for us.
Yeah.
And of course, given, you know, genetic, you know,
advantages.
Gifts. Yeah, sure. But we've fucked around. Johnny and me chased tail for a big portion of our lives. We partied
Paid
a
for
lot.
it even.
Why not? Any way you can get it. But point of the story is, remember that we are knowledgeable of people that have done well without our talents. And in fact, more people without the genetic gifts that we've been given are doing better than us.
For sure.
And we can tell you why.
Yeah.
And we will tell you why if you listen.
Yeah. So that's, and I can say without a shred of doubt that I would rather be successful at a young age than be a guy who's out, you know, fucking a bunch of chicks.
100%.
Like it's empty after a certain point. Like at the beginning, it's fun. It's pretty awesome.
Sure.
But dude, I'm telling you, that shit wears off. Like, you know, like a heroin rush. Like then you keep having to do it and you just get numb to it. And pretty soon you're just using it to get well. You're not using it to get high anymore.
Yep.
So yeah, dude, fucking, if I can take one thing away from today's cast, today's live, develop good habits from a young age.
Yep.
Good habits. And if you're in a rut, you need to change your patterns. That's all success is just repetition of good habits.
Everybody's got the same 24 hours.
Yep.
You got to sleep for like 8 of them at least. Or
Yeah.
at least 6 to 8. You know?
6 to 8.
And then you got...
Slept 10 last night.
Yeah, it was
Stud.
nice. It was nice.
Hell yeah.
It was nice.
Hell yeah. Okay, dude. Successful first live.
This has been the Fuck Men.
This has been the Fuck Man. Hey, Luisi, why don't we put in the link to where they can? Well, they probably already subscribed if they're.
Subscribe, please.
But yes, go ahead and subscribe, you guys. If you have not subscribed to the channel, leave us a comment. It helps. We're gonna build this bitch up. Trust me, we're gonna get to the Patreons. We're gonna get to the individual one-on-one coachings.
Yep.
We've got one live coming out a week and one full episode coming out a week.
Let's do it.
Luis, go ahead and type in the email in the comments and pin the comment to where they can submit their questions and their advice pieces. So it's the F Men. Are we done? Did you just end it? Okay. So it's thefmen@gmail.com. And yeah, of course, fucking follow us on Insta, all that good shit. If you're in town, you want to come see a show, you know, we're around. But you got any dates coming up? You got any live dates?
Yeah, I got I'm doing the Dime in LA. It's a free show. Come out on Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Dime can be a fun show.
It can be a fun show.
You live in LA, the Dime is a killer bar. A lot of hot black chicks come through there.
It's true.
And if you can hit on a black chick with confidence, oh, dude, while fucking Luis runs around with like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to figure out what the hell he's doing. If you want to get some pussy, and you know how to hit on a black girl with confidence, that's like that. It's almost like a cheat code because they don't expect like, you know, white guys to be able to hit on them with the confidence of like a black guy. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And if you promise not to hit them, I mean, they're like, look, you're in the 99th percentile. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, I won't hit on you, cheat on you, or beat you.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I've got both parents. Sorry. The fmenpodcast@gmail.com. Perfect. We love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and we will see you next week. Peace
Goodbye.
out. Bye.